Hey guys, today's video, birds, reflectors, and In-N-Out. What do they have in common? In-N-Out, besides it has a fantastic burger, number one, double grilled onions, iced tea, because I'm watching my calories. But guys, we're gonna talk birds, we're gonna talk reflectors, and it's gonna all make sense in just a minute. Stay tuned. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Craig here again, howtopest.com. As I mentioned in the intro, we are talking birds.
Birds. Damn birds.
We're talking reflectors. What is that? What's it all about? Well, let me start by showing you a reflector. Take a look up here at the building behind me. Do you see that little spinning object up there? Hopefully the camera picks that up really well for you. Guys, that is a bird reflector. What does it do? It spins, and as it spins, it picks up the sunlight. And as the sun hits that more, it's brighter and brighter, and it reflects and repels the birds. They don't like that. I want to give you a perfect example of that. If you have ever been by vineyards, grapevines, things like that, driven by, walked by, been to a winery, they will have reflective tape. That reflective tape deters the birds from coming in and eating those grapes, that expensive product that they have. So they take a mylar reflective tape and they put it all over those vineyards. And it works really well to keep those birds away. Well, the bird reflectors are the same thing. That version we just showed you, and we are going to show you a bird reflector from Bird Be Gone. How it works, how you install it, the whole 9 yards. So stay tuned. Okay, we're back here. I have the bird reflector that we've been telling you about, and I want to unbox this to show you exactly how it comes when you order it from howtopest.com and what you do once you get it. Now, I mentioned this bird reflector is going to get up there, it's going to spin, and the sunlight's going to hit it, and it's going to repel the birds. Now, what birds? Just about any bird. They don't like that reflectiveness. You can tell from the mylar tape that's hung for the birds that get on the grapes. That's your small, like starlings and sparrows eating those grapes, sometimes the larger birds. But then your pigeons, your crows, this is going to deter them, and also woodpeckers. So if you guys have a woodpecker issue, this would be a great alternative, a great choice if you've tried other things to stop them from, putting those holes in and stuffing them with acorns on your building. But this is how it comes. This is what the box looks like. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open it up. Inside, as you open it, you are going to have your directions. What are these good for? When you watch my videos, nothing. You're going to have the actual spinning part right here. This is what reflects the birds. Now, let me put this box down. I want to show you this. Hey, before I get into this bird reflector here, I was just thinking about something. I want to ask you professionals out there. Right now, I have on my Hokas. Now, why am I mentioning this? It has nothing to do with bird products. Hoka shoes are so comfortable. I just found out that they make a work boot out there. And I want to know if any of you guys have tried their work boot. Now, when I first bought Hokas, I thought orthopedic, old person shoe. I would never be caught dead in that. You put them on, it's like walking on clouds. This is not a shout out. Well, it's kind of a shout out to Hoka. I don't get paid for this, but I want to know about the work boots before I spend that $200 on it, because they are expensive shoes, but you get what you pay for sometimes. I've had Danners, I've had Under Armours, I've had other brand shoes, I've had Ariats. They're all great. But man, the Hokas, they are just so comfortable that I'm hoping that work boot is just as comfortable. So if you have used that Hoka work boot, let me know how it holds up. Let me know if it is as comfortable as I think it is. That's about it on the work shoes. Let's get into the bird reflector. Do you see what happens here? It's a cone. The wind hits this, and see how easy? There's no wind right now where I'm standing, but it just moves really easily. Now, how can you mount this? You can mount it directly on the parapet of the building like we showed you over there at that In-N-Out, and you put them in the corners, and that's plenty. So each corner would have one of these to reflect the bird off, and as the sunlight hits it at different angles, it's going to repel them from that area. Now at night, no, it's going to spin. And let me mention this. The ones that you saw previously on the In-N-Out building, those are solar powered. So they are constantly spinning, even at night. But at night, it's not doing you a lot of good. There's no reflectivity coming off of that. It's just a spinning object. So it's only going to work for you. Same with this one, the bird reflector, during the day when the sunlight hits it. If there's wind at night, it spins, but it's not going to do anything to repel those birds. But you don't really need it. If it's during the day, that's enough to keep them away, to keep your building poo-poo free, the stuff dripping down the side of the building. But let's get more into this reflector. So the only other thing that comes in this box is the actual base. And it's a real simple procedure here. One screw that you're going to see me take out right there. And it's already loose. You can use your hand to do it. And once you pull that out, you're going to put this in and you're going to install it the way whichever way you're going to install it. Is it going to be straight up and down, or is it going to be at an angle? Let me show you that, guys. Are you going to put it here on the side of a building like that? Woodpeckers, this actually will turn. Let me get it here for you and show you, and it'll make more sense. So if you decide that you want to put it at this angle like this, let me just get this screw back in here, and you'll see what I mean. I'm going to temporarily do it like this because you want it to spin like this. Now, it's not going to be loose like this. You're going to tighten it down. When you tighten this down, you got to make sure these things aren't going to hit right here. You don't want to tighten it like this, then look, it's not going to spin on you. So it's got to be like this, or you got to come at a different angle and go like so, and turn this like this and go this angle. So there's all kinds of ways you can mount this. Now let's talk about the mounting. You notice they already give you the 4 holes to put your screw of choice in. If it's up on flashing, it's going to be a self-tapping metal screw, a sheet metal screw. If it's wood, it's going to be a wood screw. It's pretty self-explanatory. If it's going to go into concrete like this, then you're going to need a concrete screw and probably an anchor. Now, if you go into wood or into flashing, or anything I should say, you need to make sure that you put a gel on there, a silicone gel. You don't want leaks. You don't want rust on the screws. I would use stainless steel screws, but you've drilled into a surface now. So you want to protect that by putting a bond on there, a silicone bond. E6100 from howtopest.com is a fantastic bond. Now, let's say you have a structure you cannot do any type of screwing. You can't use these holes. Then you're going to use a product like E6100 from howtopest.com. It is a fantastic bond. It's the bond that we use that I've showed you for spike jobs. I showed you for bird spiders in other videos. That is the adhesive you want to use. That is a polyurethane adhesive. Once it's down there, it is going to hold. If you clean the surface, make sure you clean the surface well before you do it. And I've mentioned that in other videos. And then put a nice amount of that bond down. Make sure it's enough where it presses up through these holes, and it's going to be there, good to go. But clean the surface first, otherwise it will not. It'll just adhere to the dirt and then fall off. So this bird reflector, like I said, can be mounted in all kinds of angles. This is an aluminum base, but it is a solid aluminum base. This is aluminum also, so it's built really well. You're just not going to damage this product. It's going to hold up for years on end. Now, how many of these do you need? I mentioned in the beginning of this video that you're going to put them on, say it's a parapet, like just mention like a square. You're going to have one in each corner. Now, if you have a really long run and you have one in one corner, then you'll need intermediate ones in between to the next corner. I would say good coverage is about every 50 feet. There's no right rhyme or reason. You just got to get enough area to put that reflectiveness off. So when they come in from every different angle to try to land, this is going to irritate them and they're just going to fly away. Man, guys, that is it for this bird reflector. It's a fantastic option if you don't want spike all over your house, or you want something that you put up there and people just think it looks like a weather vane. Great option for you. Now, let's talk houses. Let's talk concrete roofs real quick. If you have a concrete roof or even a cement style type roof, you can mount these on the parapets, on the tops, but that's where the bond's going to come into play. You're going to have to make sure you bond that and get enough on there to stay where it doesn't wobble on you like this. So whatever you have to do to make that not happen. Now, other sections of the concrete roof, have at it. Boat docks, fantastic area for this. AC units on top of structures, on top of roofs. Fantastic area for this. So just has a lot of versatile options. This is the bird reflector from Bird Be Gone. Go over to howtopest.com, hit that search bar on bird products. It'll pop down all the bird products that we have up there, but you can punch in bird reflector and it'll specifically punch that product in. It'll have all the instructions on there that I just told you about how to install this, but you see it's cut and dry, 4 screw holes, mount it the way you want it, whether it's going to be straight up and down. I put the screw in, so now I can't get it straight up and down. Let me mention this. You can hand tighten it till the end, but once you get it where you want it, you need to crank it down a little bit with a tool, with a, why can't I think of what I want to say? You know what I'm talking about, with a ratchet. You need to crank that down a little bit. Don't over tighten it, but make it tight enough where it stays in that position you want. Hand tighten it will not do that. See, I have it hand tightened. It's still wobbly. So make sure you use a wrench or ratchet to put that thing down, whatever your tool of choice is. Guys, that is it. If you have any questions on the bird reflector, put them in that comment section down below. I'm happy to answer them for you. Hopefully I've answered everything on this. It's pretty cut and dry. Thanks for all the thumbs up out there. We appreciate that. All you subscribers, thanks for keeping this channel alive. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. Go down, hit that subscribe button. These videos come out multiple times a week. That is it. Craig, howtopest.com.